guys, it's Andrea Purvu, and today I welcome you guys back to a new video. Today we are going to discuss about Barcelona's tactics against Atletico Madrid in La Liga. So without any further ado, let's get started. So yeah, Barcelona, as you can see, they played a 4-3-3, and on paper you can see the players spread like this, but in reality there were some inversions, like Olmo and Rashford. Rashford didn't play center, Rashford played more as a left winger, and Olmo played as a 9. And also Fermin Lopez and Eric Garcia. Fermin Lopez was the one that was playing center, and Eric Garcia was the one who was playing more on the left side. And also Olmo and Fermin were mostly playing as joker number 9s. They were trying to confuse a lot the opposition. They would switch a lot. Most of the time Fermin would play as a 9 or a false 9, and Olmo would play more as a number 10, but then they would switch. Olmo would go as a 9 and Fermin would play as a false 9 or a number 10, or sometimes even both of them would push high in the center of the attack. But yeah, sadly Fermin Lopez was a disaster yesterday. He wasted every chance that Lamine Yamal was creating. But this is something that we see quite often with Barcelona, especially with Hansi's flick Barcelona. He likes having a lot of joker roles and confusing the opposition. So yeah, compared to the traditional Tiki Taka, which is extremely structured and rigid, we know that Hansi Flick likes to give his players freedom, and that was definitely spotted also during this game. And I think that that is something that really shifted Barcelona's performances, because Barcelona definitely has the quality and the talent to allow the players to think for themselves, to play with passion, with love, and let them be free. Now we'll talk a bit about their attacking construction. So they don't like to overload the build-up. Most of the players stay in the advanced position, which results into long proximity, which covers up automatically more area and also maximized the space that Atletico Madrid had to defend, creating big spaces between the lines. Also, Flick's main tactical philosophy is always aiming forward. We can see that the passes were always aiming forward. He likes attacking, that's what he focuses on, and yeah, we could definitely see that as we see in almost every single game of Barcelona. Also, sometimes in order for Barcelona to fool the opposition, they would have one of the defenders carrying the ball until the second line of defense, and this way they would destabilize Atletico's Madrid structure, so that the players in the attack could become free men and could create scoring opportunities. Also, we saw for Barcelona a lot of third man combinations and also line breaking passes. And also something that I always notice in Barcelona's games, and I think it's quite interesting, is the fact that the wingers always drop a lot. Their fullbacks aren't that offensive, but the wingers like to drop low to receive the ball from the fullback and then to push high and create scoring opportunities. And that's something that definitely works with Barcelona's squad, because they have very talented wingers, and wingers that really feel comfortable being this free in the flank and being allowed to create in the flanks. They have wingers with stamina, creative wingers, and very precise wingers, and yeah, wingers that really have that energy to play this kind of role. Now, talking about the defense, Barcelona was pressing a lot, and I feel like their main goal was to regain the possession in the attacking half. And in order to do this, Fermin and Olmo would drop to cover the pivots. The wingers would stop pressing the backline, and this would create a narrow structure which would force Atletico Madrid to go either long or wide. So generally they would pass to the fullbacks, who would immediately be pressed by Barcelona's fullbacks, and Barcelona's defensive line would shift to cover all possible receivers. So yeah, overall Barcelona again proved their stamina, their energy. They have a very fast but also aggressive, but in a good sense, style of playing. And yeah, this was it for today's video, you guys. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share it to your friends if you think that any of this information might be useful to them, comment down below any suggestion for me to improve and stuff like that, and subscribe to keep in tune with all of my uploads. Okay, you guys, bye!